Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are off to a great start here at Third Down Thursdays. Bruce is chugging beer. He's muted. I'm messing up my words, and it really is a great day. Bruce already unconnected his mic, so we are doing absolutely fantastic here right away at Third Down Thursdays. Welcome back. We have a nice little show tonight. Nothing crazy, just me and Bruce and Richie as always. Bruce didn't mute his mic or his volume as well, so we're doing great here far. Welcome everybody.
It's a bad test. 1 2 1 2.
No, your mic is fine, but I'm hearing feedback from me. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. Bruce, how you doing?
Absolute dog shit already.
We're living life. It's great.
It's fine. Well, first of all, MJ, you got some big news. Please share with the viewing audience about your big news, the new digs that you're currently rocking.
Oh yes. So I'm not there yet, unfortunately. But I have a new apartment.
Congratulations.
I'll be full time in there starting January 3rd when I come back from Texas from the holidays. So I might get one show in there before I leave. We'll see. I graduate on December 18th.
Oh, all right. So we got to get a graduation show with you, and we got to make sure that you're drinking during it.
That I'm what?
You're drinking during the graduation show.
Okay, on the 15th.
Okay.
Okay.
Whatever.
What would that be? The 15th? 2 days before, so the 16th.
16th.
No.
Right.
3. Math. Wait.
Saturday.
Yeah, 16th.
Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, 16th. Math is really hard.
We are starting this off with a bang, dude.
We're doing really well. Yeah, so I'll graduate on the 18th. Then I'm going to Texas for a couple weeks. Do the holidays with the family. The missus is coming with for a week, so that will be fun. Oh yeah, and then after that we'll be. Oh yeah, then we'll be back to the good stuff. So yeah, that's what I've got going on. But enough of me. We got plenty of stuff to talk about today.
Oh yeah, no, we got a shit ton.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna start. Well, real quick, I'll start off what's going on with me. Unfortunately, I am currently quarantined. Not because I tested positive, just because that we have circumstances. I was around 2 people that were that tested positive for COVID during the Thanksgiving holiday, and because I did have a symptom. I had a fever, the chills, so. Out of abundance of caution, I decided to tell my employer. And so, alas, the past few days, I have been at home playing Call of Duty. And also doing scout tape for basketball, which has been great, to be honest with you, because I'm not rushing to get it done right now. I'm at a point where I can just watch the game.
Right.
And I do a little scouting stuff and not have to worry about it, as opposed to times when I'm working and I'm trying to jam in two 40-hour-a-week jobs.
Yeah, honestly, that's really nice. You get a lot more casual day.
Dude, I've been wearing sweatpants, shorts, and a t-shirt the past 3 days.
So that's me all the time. Solid.
I'm pretty jealous. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I'm originally a physical education major, because that was part of the reason why I gravitated towards it, because my ass wanted to wear shorts and a hoodie for the rest of my life. But alas, that didn't come to fruition.
I could see that though. You would be a great PE teacher.
Yeah, man. I would love it. You
would have just let us play basketball all the time.
Basketball and football, baby. A little bit of baseball too. I love baseball too.
Yeah. Dude, it's not really a PE.
Mush ball is the 16-inch mush ball.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that.
That was fun though, man. Because if you do get a solid hit with a mush ball, you're a legit good hard swinging person.
It's true. We play 16-inch for intramurals at Bradley. And there have been a couple times I've just lit into one, and you get it over the outfield at an intramural co-rec game.
Gone.
You're done. Even I can get a home run at that point. I mean,
Dude,
I can move for a big guy, but
you always
I'm not
could,
exactly
I
an
will
inside
say.
the park. Yeah.
You always could. So I was always the inside the park guy. Dude, hold on.
Yeah, that was not me.
My dog right now is sniffing the camera stand. I'm just waiting for him to knock it over.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
He's about to. If it moves, that's the reason.
That's fine. If he knocks it over, I'll just bring Richie in and kick you out. It'll be fine.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
We got options.
We got options.
We're fine.
We got options. So anyway, so what else happened? So what else was going down? Oh, what I was gonna say though was so inside the park home run stuff. So that was my game.
Yes.
Like I played in a co-ed 15 or 12-inch softball league. So it's the hard green one. Awesome. Like it's soft,
Yeah.
it's soft toss, but like it's the Happy Gilmore League. And what I mean by Happy Gilmore, you walk into it and you can swing as hard as you can. And these guys that play crush the shit out of the ball. Crush the shit out of the ball. Hard. Hit it hard. And like I can hit hard, but like I don't know how to do that. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was not like a huge baseball player. I wasn't. I could swing hard. I'm fairly decently strong, but I couldn't. Like you could be a string bean and have a freaking smooth ass swing and crush the ball. And like you get, you know what I'm saying? Like, that being said, dude, I tried swinging as hard as I could. I had a couple go over the fence just by doing like the step. Not the step through, but just like the high ass, like bring up the leg and that was it. But aside from that, it was just me hustling around. So
right
to my point. So my wife and I played in a co-ed league. Shit, what was it? 3 years ago, I want to say 4 years ago. And in that league, I still thought I had wheels.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, so I still thought I had those wheels that I used to have. So
no,
I could still hit, but you know what though? What's funny is like I still hit. I can still like hit to opposite field and do like I can slap. I'm Kosuke Fukudome, baby. I can slap the ball.
Oh boy.
And basically, I just slapped it to the opposite field, and in that opposite field was not so good outfielder. So I'm like, let's go. I got those jets still. Let's go. I'm sprinting, getting around. I get to third. I'm like, you know what? I'm going. Got thrown out at home. I was so pissed.
Oh
hey, man.
My gosh.
Hey, when you're 30 at the time, how old am I now? 37. So I was probably like 34, 35 years old. I still had jet for a 35-year-old, but I didn't have the jets that I had when I was like 24.
Right.
So
that's the problem.
That whole age thing does play a factor.
It actually is a thing. Yeah.
It's weird.
What a concept.
And having all these.
Really? Actually, you'd be proud of me. I've been eating fairly healthy the last week.
Nice.
Yeah. Especially at work. I've been toning down on all the chicken biscuits.
Oh, dude. So you know what's crazy is like my best chicken biscuits. Anyway, so my best friend, his wife is actually working for Chick-fil-A now. She does like HR work for Chick-fil-A.
Oh, really? Where?
Yeah. I don't know specifically where. I don't know where it's branched out of or whatever, to be honest with you. All I did was say congratulations. And she's like, oh yeah, like we get free Chick-fil-A. I'm like, that must be nice.
It is nice. I'll be honest. So my go-to right now is the Grilled Club.
Ooh.
It's good stuff.
You touch my tra-la-la.
And you take off the tomato, add some extra bacon.
Oh wow. That you gotta have a little bit of health in there. What is Richie?
The bacon is protein.
I just want to I just want to pull him up on. I was about to put him on. I was about to put Richie on.
Oh Lord.
So it's great. So what a lot of you guys don't know is like we could see what's going on in the background for whoever is here with us on like our live show, and Richie is being very vocal with his tongue about how much food and how tasty what MJ was just describing. So I won't disagree with what he was saying though with his tongue. That's what she said. But oh my God.
We are on something tonight. This is great.
This is some kind. Is it a full moon?
Maybe. Is that what this is? Is that why we are the way that we are?
I don't know. Let's transition. I don't know. Like, this is the worst.
I'll transition for you.
All right, fair enough. Go for
I'll
it.
transition for you, Bruce. So, something you mentioned before the show was, for some reason, we don't know what that is yet.
Oh,
But for some reason, folks in Chicago still think, dear God, what is he? I have to.
Oh shit!
So welcome, Richie, to the show. He's our very professional producer.
Professional producer.
For the love of all that's good and right in the world, Richie, how are you, and what were you doing?
Oh, that was gold.
I'm doing good. Just had a half day today. Just living the dream. Had some Chinese food for lunch. And that I don't know really. You just that club that really got me going. So.
All right. Well, thank you for joining the show. We'll talk to you later. All right. Well, now that I embarrassed Richie, so before the show, Bruce brought something up that I think definitely needs to be discussed. Some people somewhere in the greater Chicagoland area, place where I grew up, place I love and adore with all my heart. There are some idiots there, and some of those idiots believe that the Chicago Bears have a chance at being a playoff contender. So do share, do discuss. Tell me your thoughts. How does that make you feel?
I will never say who it is that said the Chicago Bears have any kind of chance to make the playoffs. First of all, you still have Matt Nagy as your head coach. You have your best defensive player, not necessarily this year, because Robert Quinn right now is your best defensive player. But your best defensive player is out. You have your potential all-pro middle linebacker out with a hamstring injury. You have holes all over your secondary. You have a safety who can't tackle. Can I keep going? Yeah, I can. You have a defensive tackle who is aging and done. Depth is at a question, in my opinion, on that line now because of age. You have your offensive line is still a question mark because you finally have one rookie who's actually playing, and to be honest with you, he hasn't done good. I need to look at the PFF grades on Borum, but from the eye test and watching the games that I've watched,
eye test is no good.
2 to 3, yeah, I know, but 2 to 3 times watching it, he's actually looked pretty decent. I think his first game, he didn't give up any quarterback pressures, and I don't think he gave up any pressures to TJ Watt, which is huge.
That is impressive.
Yes, 100%. Which is great. However, you still have question at your other tackle position because guess what? Your Jenkins is still up in the air. Your quarterback position is still a question mark. Unfortunately, because Justin Fields is inconsistent at best right now. While I get the narrative that Mac Jones is a better draft pick now, I understand why people are arguing that point. And
I don't. I want to talk once you're done with this. I do want to talk about that because I have words.
So okay, fair enough. But I was actually going to. I was kind of empathize with you on this because now that I'm hearing that, it kind of it draws comparison to the annoyances that I'm sure you hear with Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, because I was hearing that and I was like, you know what, if you put Justin Fields in that system with potentially the best coach of all time, I'm fairly confident he'd be doing a great fucking job right now too. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion and my thoughts. That being said, I just heard a stat today that the Chicago Bears have wide receiver core ranks at the bottom of the league and getting open. They have the least amount of open. I think it's 50. I don't know. It was I can't remember the exact metric that they used, but basically, long story short, the Chicago Bears are fucking terrible at getting open, and that could be coach wise, that could be player wise or personnel wise. Excuse me. And it's trash. If you have so what is that? That's the thing though. Here you have to think. So now let's go back to the narrative of you have Matt Nagy as your head coach, who is an offensive guru. Okay, so get them the fuck open. You have Ryan Pace, who is in charge of drafting these players with Matt Nagy. Draft fucking receivers that can get open. So will the Bears make the playoffs? No, they won't. Stop fucking saying this shit. Stop getting the idea in people's heads saying that, like, oh, the Bears are going to make the playoffs or this, that, and the other. Who cares? Sell the team. Get rid of Nagy. Get rid of Pace. Move to Arlington.
Sell the team?
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah, that's not a new thing. I want the McCaskies to get rid of the team.
Okay.
No, there's not a chance. There's not a chance. I didn't say that, dude. For those of you guys that watch us fairly consistently, the Chicago shits. This is where they are right now. I feel bad for any player that played for the Chicago Bears previously because they busted their ass. And you see a lot of them tweeting during these games and asking questions that, frankly, us fans are asking too.
Right.
I would love to talk to anybody who's a huge Bears or a Bears player, a former Bears player, or anything like that, and just get their thoughts and hear them just say like, what the fuck are you doing, Nagy? I would love to hear it. Like, I would love to have that conversation because, to be honest with you, you know who I would love to have, and we all know who I'm going to say. Smoking Jay Cutler.
Oh my gosh.
I would love to have that guy, or Matt Forte. Actually, thank you, Matt, for liking my message earlier. It was the only like that I got on Instagram, and he liked it. So thank you, Matt. But I would love to have him too because he's very knowledgeable and like he's probably one of the most underrated / most versatile running backs in Chicago Bears history.
Yeah, that's true. So
go
I have
ahead.
I have a question. No, I have a question before my small rant.
That was a long rant for me. I apologize.
No, it's fine. Obviously, there's a lot of organizational issues in Chicago. If there was an organization you would want to model the Chicago Bears after,
good question.
What's your ideal setup organizationally? And if you have an NFL example, or even a different sport, like if there's a professional franchise that you like the way they do business, who do you want to look like?
That's a great question. My first thoughts immediately went to if you want to stay in the NFL, I actually thought of the Rams. How they have done stuff so far. I think that they've transitioned into a new stadium. They've maintained they got a young coach who knows what the fuck he's doing and sets his players up for success. Excuse me. Aside from that in the NFL, that's tough. Honestly, that's tough. I can't think of anybody else in the NFL right now off the top of my head. I'm sure I could probably think of something when I'm not put on the spot. However, if I want to go all of sports, I'll go Chicago Cubs. What the Chicago Cubs did with Theo Epstein. Oh, Page. Well, obviously, see, but that's low hanging fruit. The Patriots, though. So, all right,
that's easy.
Yeah, like that's low hanging fruit. But the Patriots is like everyone wants to model themselves off of that because like you have Robert Kraft and you have Belichick. They've been the most stable forces in the NFL for the past 20 years. I'll say 20 years. Am I right on that?
You are correct. Yes,
20 years. So that's low hanging fruit. Like I appreciate that though, Richie. But go fuck yourself.
Fair. Yeah.
But no, if I had to actually say, I'm gonna stay local, and I'll say the Chicago Cubs. Excuse me. So what they did when Ricketts took over the Chicago Cubs, and if you remember this, I said this before. What the Cubs ended up doing was they had a new ownership. Once they had new ownership, suddenly all the changes became around Wrigley Field. Then they ended up going for the executive that knew what the fuck he was doing with bringing in talent. Okay, yes, thank you. With bringing in talent, so they ended up getting Theo Epstein from Boston, and at the time, I believe he was around 34 to 36, around that time, at that age. But very well educated, knew what he was doing. It was when the advanced metrics were just starting to hit in Major League Baseball.
Right.
You just saw the turning of that tide. So fast forward now with the Chicago Bears. I think what they're doing, and I think what the McCaskies are doing is very forward thinking. So I think what's going to end up happening is they're going to end up in Arlington Heights. despite what the alderman in Chicago, and I don't know if you've heard about this, there's an alderman in Chicago who has actually talked about the Chicago purchasing the Chicago Bears and keeping them
Oh, the
in
city?
Chicago. Yeah, the city of Chicago purchasing the Chicago Bears. Yeah,
How
let's
would
worry
that
about
work?
that. Let's worry about that instead of all the bullshit that you guys are going through with potholes, crime, and blah blah blah. You're multi-millions of dollars in debt, but let's do that, fucking idiot. Shut up.
How would that even work?
I don't know.
What?
It was absolutely something asinine. There's an alderman, I can't remember who it was, that ended up asking and talking about the Chicago Bears purchasing, or excuse me, the city of Chicago purchasing the Chicago Bears, which is fucking dumb. Should never happen. Whatever, it is what it is. But continuing with what I was saying though was Arlington Heights. The Bears are going to move to Arlington Heights. In Arlington Heights, they're going to end up. The McCaskies are going to maximize that dollar bill by them going to Arlington Heights because guess what? They own them in Arlington Heights. They own that stadium. They own that land. They own everything about that. Anything that's associated with the Bears and potential casino stuff, any kind of revenue that comes that way is going to be pulled in right there. So that said, the McCaskies will sell the Chicago Bears once it's finalized in Arlington Heights, and we can predict. And like we should clip this because I'm guessing this, and I've been pretty fucking decent with these thoughts. I think the McCaskies are going to sell the Chicago Bears once they get the finalized deal in Arlington Heights and they break ground out there because they can maximize the dollar bills that they're going to get for it. Boom, and then you'll see a change of tide, and you'll see the Bears suddenly start getting that wheel of like getting better and that progression. But you won't see it. We're not going to see it as fans until probably like 2024.
Here's the only issue. The only issue with all of this is like the Rams got SoFi Stadium, right?
Right.
The Rams were already an up-and-coming football team. They went to the Super Bowl right around that time.
True.
The Chicago Bears have been stuck in football purgatory for as long as I can remember. So the only issue with all of this is it does absolutely nothing to change the product on the field.
No,
shiny new stadium.
Agreed.
You legitimately need to revamp. You need to, probably get rid of ownership, the entire front office, the majority of the coaching staff, and the majority of the players on the roster. So you are going to need to start from complete scratch in order to get this organization back.
Agree, but I think they really haven't started that yet because you still have Ryan Pace as your GM. So I do.
Well,
agree.
yeah,
I agree with you.
Yeah. So honestly, if I were to put a year to it, I don't think they are serious playoff contenders. Until of course Virginia can stay. I don't think the Bears make any noise, and by noise I mean like past one round of the playoffs until maybe 2026.
Okay, so what
at the earliest?
I said 2023.
You said 24.
2024. Okay, so 2024 is when I said that like there will be some noise, but I wouldn't say 2026 only because at that point you better hope as fans and as an organization that Justin Fields is something of significance because he's going into that contract year.
That is true.
So because like you hope that he has some kind of success in his third year. His third year is the ideal year that you see any kind of success for any rookie quarterback because at that point you're like
still on
okay,
rookie deal,
right, that whole shit,
right.
But no, like I agree 100%, man. Like, and it's going to be, I don't know. I just, it's disheartening, but at the same time, it's refreshing to know and think in my head. I'm like, you know what? They're in shitty ass place, but they're not the Lions. They're close, but they're not the Lions.
That is true. At least we have that.
So real quick, actually speaking on the Lions though, the Chicago Bears PR department is the Detroit Lions of all PR departments, though. Letting the whole Matt Nagy news get leaked out saying that he's going to get fired after the Lion game and then all of a sudden him not getting fired and them canceling.
Yeah, what happened? Why did he not get fired?
I give to you the Chicago shits.
Only the Bears will leak something that says, and you have to know that's a PR move. They leaked it to see what the reaction would be of the fan base, and then they beat the Lions. Is that who's?
This is trail mix, actually. Yes, it is. It's
okay,
very good trail mix, Richie. Thank you.
Richie, be quiet.
Well, it's called, it has peanuts, M&Ms, milk chocolate, raisins, milk chocolate chips, and peanut butter chips. Carry on.
Fantastic.
Breaking news.
Yeah, it's gonna be messy. That's not something I would be excited for if I was a Bears fan.
No,
but
it's go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just a couple comments about the public perception around Mac Jones. And
go ahead. I want to hear this actually.
So I just basically like to say I told you so, because nobody before the draft, Richie, stop. I don't even know what you're talking about. The perception before the draft was that Mac Jones was probably the most NFL ready. Yes. But that he was not special whatsoever. Right? It was the top three guys are Lance, Fields, and Trevor Lawrence. Those are the generational guys. Those are the people who are going to make the most noise, blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, it's a very familiar story. You have a not super physically gifted quarterback in Foxborough, Massachusetts, winning football games because of accuracy in his defense, and a very good head coach, and once again, one of the top defenses in the NFL. So it's not a coincidence that the New England Patriots are winning again. So honestly, I think all of the people asking, was it Brady or was it Belichick, have their answer.
Hold on, time out. Don't go there yet.
They have their answer.
Richie.
Because if you're going to tell me that Mac Jones is the one leading the New England Patriots to a top seed in the NFC right now, you are out of your mind. And all of those people who make the argument about Tom Brady being the greatest quarterback of all time are the ones saying Mac Jones is incredible. And so here's what I have to say. If you give Tom Brady the credit for all of those championships, you have to give Mac Jones full credit for any success the Patriots have this year.
100%. So, no, I agree with that. That statement's 100% accurate because he's been an absolute stud, and the reads he's been making that like throughout have been awesome.
Yes, and don't get me wrong, he's a solid quarterback, but he's not the reason he's not the biggest reason they've won 8 football games this year. It's their top ranked defense. Actually, he was not out there making a key stop on Dak Prescott.
They're second
at the final part of that game.
They're second in DVOA. That whole big stat.
Defensively?
Yeah, defensively they're second. Buffalo's first.
Exactly. Yep.
You know who's first in
there you go.
You know who's first in offensive DVOA?
No.
Tampa Bay.
Okay.
You know who's fifth? The Packers. You know why? Because they have 2 fucking stud quarterbacks. Get over it.
I'm not making any comment about Tom Brady right now. I'm making a comment about Tom Brady before.
No, I'm saying.
And Mac Jones.
Oh, fair enough. We'll continue with what you're saying, though. Sorry.
Yeah, so it's just funny to me that all of a sudden a lot of people are, and I've seen it specifically from Bears fans, we should have drafted Mac Jones. No, you shouldn't have. You would have sucked in Chicago, too.
Yes, can you please rip them apart? If you ever hear a Bear fan say that, they're fucking idiots. And I'm going to say that right now. And all right, yeah. You know what? This is a freaking, all right. This is a PSA to any Bear fan that comes at us saying that that they should have drafted Mac Jones instead of Justin Fields. Come at me. I will fucking own you because that is such a stupid, asinine statement. You belong here.
Unfortunately, Aaron Rodgers already holds that position of ownership of the Chicago Bears, so can't do much there. Sorry, Bruce.
It's all good. It is what it is. But it just annoys me hearing.
Anyway,
clip that's
Anyway, we
That's
have
funny.
a little commercial to run, and then I believe it's time to talk about the Major League Baseball lockout.
Ooh, yes.
Peoria's playing tonight in the heart of Illinois. Fun is taking flight. Peoria's playing tonight. Now I can't shake Peoria off my mind. Peoria plays for life.
So we have to find a better transition, and that when it ends, instead of it just immediately being like, bam, hey guys, how are you?
What transition do you want?
I don't know, like a slow fade or something.
You want a slow fade?
Hey, but you know what though? The weekend is right around the corner, and there are plenty of things going on in Central Illinois to keep you and the family busy. Whether you're just visiting or you call the heart of Illinois home, Discover Peoria, the Peoria Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, have dropped us some information about a few weekly discoveries you won't want to miss. Winter Discovery Guide Winter Discovery Guide Shout Out. The brand new winter edition of our 2021 Discovery Guide is here. Discover Peoria has partnered with Peoria Magazines to create a winter version of our Discovery Guide that features information about the 7 counties that Discover Peoria represents, along with featuring Hispanic-owned businesses, holiday festivities, and so much more. They are free to the public and can be requested via our website at discoverpeoria.com. or keep an eye out for them in select businesses and attractions throughout the area. Request your copy by emailing info@peoria.org or on our website at discoverpeoria.com.
And we have Pekin Christmas on Court. Pekin's 20th annual Christmas on Court event is back for another year. The event will take place on Friday, December 3rd from 4 to 8 p.m. in downtown Pekin. Don't miss your chance to take a stroll down Court Street, shop local retailers at the pop-up market, and enjoy tasty food and drinks. You can also meet Santa, take photos, and enjoy live music. And Bruce, who doesn't want to meet Santa?
I would love to meet Santa because he's got them ho-ho-hos. The inaugural Kringle Market in Peoria Heights, up to 30 vendors and artists selling Yuletide-themed wares. Interesting. Will fill Tower Park in Peoria Heights, December 3rd from 3 to 7 p.m. Tree lighting is at 6. Join them. You're probably going to see Santa there too. Maybe some ho-ho-hos.
Love to hear it. So, Bruce.
Yes, sir.
Major League Baseball, for the first time since 1994, is in a work stoppage. Commissioner Rob Manfred released a letter just scathing Major League Baseball Players Association yesterday, right after the lockout was announced.
He's awesome.
Record-setting amount of money given out in free agency before December 1st. Just a lot going on in Major League Baseball. So before we even get to all of the moves that have been made, because there's a lot of changes, especially in my own AL West. Baseball's in a lockout. What do you think?
Sucks. I can remember in 1994 when they went into lockout, and it was just absolutely disappointing. At the time, the Chicago White Sox were absolutely going ridiculous and playing some badass baseball. Go figure. So I think it was a strikeout then. Was it a lockout or was it a strikeout in 94?
It was a strike.
Know. Yeah, it was a strike then. So this is a lockout. It's disappointing. It sucks because, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but Major League Baseball made a lot of money this year. It's different now, especially with the money marketing ability of basically all franchises. Now you have the Chicago Cubs,
right.
You have Chicago Cubs Marquee Network, which is absolutely fucking terrible. They should go back to WGN. I said it, clip that shit. We know my battle on that.
Yes, we do.
We do. But I think it's an absolute joke. It's very disappointing, and I love the fact that they're throwing money around like it was absolutely nothing, and then nothing. And the fact that Javier Baez went to the Detroit Tigers for the money that he went to them for was absolutely freaking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's disappointing. It's disheartening, but at the same time, though, here's a better question: will they start on time?
I didn't hear the end of what you said. I skipped out.
Sound like my wife now.
No, my internet. I didn't space out. My internet spaced out. Bruce. I was paying full attention to you.
Got it. No, I said, will they start on time?
Oh, they'll start on time. Because this is gonna. I mean, the only thing I agreed with that Rob Manfred said is this is why you do a lockout. People want to get paid, so it's going to make everyone come to an agreement. Is it ideal? No, it makes the game of baseball look really bad. They're the only sport that does this the most consistently. So, you know, NBA had their lockout in the early 2010s. The NFL has had one in my recent memory. But really, Major League Baseball does it more than anyone. I'd say they do lockouts better than anyone. So in a sport that already has so many issues with their marketability, so many issues with their stars being known, all of that good stuff. They're out of the big three sports, they're the lowest in viewership, they're the lowest in attendance, and they're the lowest in making money. So for a sport that already is behind baseball and basketball, you don't want to create more negative perception of your sport and of your league, because that's just not good for marketing. So that's what they've created for themselves. It's going to dig them in an even deeper hole than they're already in, and it's not going to end well. They're still going to make money. There's still going to be record-setting contracts handed out. I'm not worried about that, but they're just further cementing themselves as never going to have a chance to be anywhere close to baseball or basketball in the United States.
So to speak to exactly what you just said, and to bring that together to what I said earlier, Major League Baseball, out of market like television, MLB TV or whatever,
Yes,
registered 10.5 billion minutes of content consumed during the 2021 season. It's the most watched the platform has ever had since its 2002 season, his debut year.
Wow.
So you could take a lot of things from that.
Yeah.
Baseball is starting to get more popular, but you could also look at it from the perspective of baseball is also privatizing its viewership.
Correct.
It's taking away the WGN TV stuff, like I was talking about just a second ago. It's taking away that option. So yeah, it looks like Major League Baseball is getting better, and it looks like there's more people watching it. It's not true. Their investments, though, are still happening, but guess what? It's happening from the boomers. The boomers are being like, you know what? We still want to watch. How do we watch this? We're going to call MJ and Coach Bruce and Richie. Can you help me set up this MLB.TV shit? I don't know what the fuck is going on here.
Right.
Because people still want to watch it.
Yeah,
it's still viable content for an older crowd, but is Mike Trout still being sponsored? By who? What? Shohei Ohtani.
Subway.
Yeah, right. Right. Shohei Ohtani, the best, potentially like the most marketable player you have, first ever player to be an absolute freak, win the MVP, pitching and freaking hitting. So, and like, you don't hear jack shit about him in the Chicagoland area. Why? Because the MLB does absolute trash at marketing their product. So that being
I couldn't even tell you off the top of my head somebody that Shohei Ohtani is sponsored by.
Because I don't think he is. So part of Manfred's article, or excuse me, his letter that he wrote to the fans says, I want to explain to you how we got here and why we have taken this action today. Simply put, we believe that an off-season lockout is the best mechanism to protect the 2022 season. I don't disagree with that. I agree with that. We hope that the lockout will jumpstart negotiations and get us to an agreement that will allow the season to start on time. I agree. This defensive lockout, was necessary because the Players Association's vision for Major League Baseball would threaten the ability of most teams to be competitive. fair. It's simply not a viable option from the beginning that Major League Baseball Players Association has been unwilling to move from their starting position, compromise, or collaborate on solutions. I don't think that's entirely accurate, because I also think it's coming from a standpoint of you are the employer. So you're going to put your best foot forward from that Major League Baseball perspective, and going to, I'm sorry, I think you're kind of muddling the area in negotiations right there by throwing the Major League Baseball Players Association under the bus by saying that they're unwilling to compromise. And while I haven't read specifically what the Players Association's position is currently, but I don't like the call out to the fans of baseball talking shit essentially about the Players Association.
And Major League Baseball and the owners were the ones who announced the lockout. They announced it before the actual time of the lockout.
Right.
And yeah, so what Richie's saying there is Ohtani has made only $6 million so far.
$6 million. How?
In advertisements. And the main source of that is the airline that flies between LA and Japan. Sponsor Shohei Ohtani. That's where the majority of his endorsements have come from.
In 2021, Richie? Can you check on that? Is that in just in 1 year?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
But that's ridiculous. Anyway, back to the Players Association. So the owners basically got the first jump on their statements. Players Association basically responded. They're like, that was ridiculous. We just want to negotiate. We just want to play.
How is
all of that? Exactly. That's the issue with Major League Baseball. And I could talk about that all day. But we've seen the documented issues that these sides have had. We saw the issues that they had trying to get a COVID season starting. We saw the issues they had before this season trying to agree on some stuff COVID related. Mm-hmm. So the two sides just are not working well together right now. It's not going to go well. It's not going to be quick. It's going to be a very painful operation. But again, we'll have baseball starting in April. Everything will be fine. I'm not worried about that. They have about 2 months to get something done. They'll be okay.
So, if I may, I want to read.
Yes.
I want to read Major League Baseball's or Major League Baseball Players Association communication. So this is their Major League Baseball Players Association communications Twitter account. It's blue check marked. It's their official stuff. So they ended up saying this shutdown is a dramatic measure regardless of the timing. It is not required by law or for any other reason. It was the owner's choice, plain and simple, specifically calculated to pressure players into relinquishing rights and benefits and abandoning good faith bargaining proposals that will benefit not just players, but the game and industry as a whole. These tactics are not new. They have been here before, and players have risen to the occasion time and again, guided by a solidarity that has been forged for over generations. We will do so again here. We remain determined to return to the field under the terms of the negotiated collective bargaining agreement that is fair to all parties and provides fans with the best version of the game we all love. Great response. I appreciate that. Doesn't really say anything, but I appreciate the response.
They said, we want to negotiate. Well, this is interesting. Okay, so
money.
Yeah, that's interesting. So Shohei's made the most, which is interesting in 2021. But still, those are
Bryce
really
Harper,
small numbers.
Bryce Harper, I don't see shit from Bryce Harper really. Like, what is it? He does Subway, doesn't he?
I don't.
Subway too.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't see much.
I don't see. Even when I'm watching baseball, you don't see baseball ads.
Never.
It's ridiculous. You watch a football game, and whoever the main star is in that football game, those like, heaven forbid you watch a Chiefs game and Patrick Mahomes is throwing up on your screen with State Farm. Like,
right. You see their players in their ads.
Yeah.
Good call. Thank you, Richie. So what's another funny thing about that is, you see during baseball games, the ads, you see ads about like medications, or you see ads about drugs.
Because the target audience is old people.
Right. But how do
Yes.
you get new? How do you get new? Forgive me, whoever's watching this that might be a little older. How do you get new blood?
Right.
You advertise to your audience that you want.
Yes.
I guess it's marketing 101. Granted, I don't know jack shit about it, but
Also,
marketing
to that,
101.
if you want to look at the best place right now to get a young audience, if you were to guess, Bruce, what's the number one
NBA
place? No, what's the number one location, like social media, to get young people right now?
Oh, Twitch.
No, TikTok.
Oh, Tic Tac.
Exactly. If you want to get
You got that.
if you want to get young kids, you got to go on that TikTok, and you got to go make some funny stuff and go viral. Basically,
I'm never.
if you want to get the youngins, and I guarantee you, if I went and looked right now, there's not any baseball players with a big following on TikTok. Every single Major League Baseball team TikTok, if they even have one, is going to be much less followed than an NBA or an NFL team.
100%.
Baseball doesn't focus on the marketing. Historically, baseball has made their money purely from attendance
Just from the product.
and some advertisements, but the money's just not there, and it's not a point of emphasis. So it drives me crazy because obviously, baseball is at my core my favorite, but the content, the viewership, the support just across the country is not there like it used to be. I mean, baseball used to be the sport that got this country through world wars. And, Major League Baseball has just screwed it up so badly that it's not what it used to be. And it's weird as the 21-year-old sitting here saying that, but it frustrates me because I love baseball so much and I want it to be the national pastime that everybody sarcastically says it is. Because it used to be for a long time. And it's not anymore. And it's sad.
Fair.
I'll get off my soapbox now.
It's quite the soapbox. Hey, you want to get on your soapbox there with your 1920s talk? And get your Cracker Jacks and your. You know what I'm doing. All right.
I don't know. All I have to say before we do our picks is Steph Curry is the best basketball player on the face of the earth, and he's the NBA MVP. You're welcome.
Breaking news. Nice. Good job, Richie.
Yes, Taj Gibson is still playing in the NBA. You didn't know that? He plays for the Knicks. What are you talking about? However, no. One more thing before we move to our picks for the week. Where did the Rangers get all of that money? Can I just ask?
Thank you.
Like, I haven't, to be fair, I have not specifically looked into it. I know they get a brand new stadium, but did they get some massive TV deal that I don't know about? Can you Google where did the Rangers get all that money? Will that bring up some results?
Hold on. So 2020. All right. So you want to know 2021 revenue right now?
Yes.
So this is in millions of dollars. So the Yankees brought in over $250 million. Second was the Dodgers. Third, Red Sox. Fourth, Cubs. And the Cubs aren't doing jack shit. What the fuck are you doing, Ricketts? Continuing down.
Yeah, like where are the Rangers?
There they are. The Rangers brought in $1.7 million. That's probably billion. That doesn't sound right. I think it's billion.
Math is hard, Bruce. It's okay.
Well, it says it says it's from Statista.com, and they said
yes,
it's in millions of US dollars, but this doesn't sound accurate.
It's okay. Either way,
they're way down.
I don't know.
Let's just put it down. Let's just put it that way.
The Rangers are building a super team, and it's quite impressive. I'll be honest.
Ridiculous.
And it's frustrating as an A's fan because once again, that organization refused. I mean, you're mad with your organization. Mine just refuses to spend money flat out.
And they're going to Vegas.
And we're still relying on a philosophy from 2004 that was really only useful for a movie. Yeah,
Right.
Don't get me wrong. Best movie of all time. It's my favorite movie, and it will always be my favorite movie because Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill made an incredible duo. but it doesn't work right
That's like
now.
saying Draft Day is like the best movie of all time because it's the Cleveland
Draft
Browns.
Day's a good movie, but Moneyball's better.
Oh God, what the fuck?
Moneyball is incredible.
Okay, it is. I agree. All right, let's do the picks. Let's go the picks.
First of all,
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
don't
no.
don't hate on Draft Day. Okay, that movie is phenomenal.
Richie,
wasn't hating on
I
Draft
want all my picks back.
And I'm like, David, goddamn, play it just because I feel like it. You pancake eating motherfucker.
Oh my gosh, I love that, man.
Fucking stupid.
Okay, on that note, it's time for our picks.
Oh man, dude! And by the way, our picks have been absolute dog shit. Hold on, wait, time out. I want to make. Hold on. Before we
Do not
start
ask
this,
me to track them.
I was about to say, I legit want to keep track of this. Oh, there's the puppy. I want to keep track of this because I'm tired of us doing picks and then not referencing them before. Because
Fine, I'll do it.
hey, you hear the puppy? I'll get the puppy at you. All right, let's go. We got
Dallas versus New Orleans, which would have already started, but I've not looked at the score.
I have not looked. It's over there on the TV, but I don't see it. It's in New Orleans, from what I believe.
Yes,
What's the spread?
6.5 Dallas.
Dallas wins. Saints cover.
Dallas wins. Saints cover. Is Taysom Hill starting tonight?
I think he is.
Then I'm going to go Dallas wins and covers.
Hold on. Let Richie make notes. You better be making notes on this.
He is.
Next.
Okay, Minnesota versus Detroit. So,
Oh God.
real quick. I saw it on a Minnesota blog this week. Big Cat made a list of his top NFL
Love Big
teams
Cat.
below 500.
Love Big Cat, dude. That guy's awesome.
Minnesota was number 1 because they're 5-6. They got absolutely shellacked by the San Francisco 49ers, who are running out a wide receiver at running back. Anyway, the Minnesota blog put a screenshot of that tweet and wrote an entire article about how they are the best NFL team under 500. Like, that's a good thing. Do you understand how sorry your franchise has to be to celebrate for like an entire day of content that you're the best NFL team under 500? Do you know how sad that is? The Bears probably aren't even on that list.
That's not even it.
Are you trying to get Skull?
No.
What, Bruce, what are you doing?
Hold on. That's not even it. I hate.
Okay, we're gonna move on from whatever that was. Minnesota wins and covers because the Detroit Lions suck and they're not gonna win a game this year.
That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted.
You're so weird. Okay. Anyway, what's your pick?
All right, my bad.
I say Minnesota wins and covers.
Vikings win and Vikings cover.
Okay.
Oh, this is the game of the week right here. Game of the week.
Arizona versus Chicago. They're gonna have
game of the week.
Hopkins and Murray back, so Arizona's gonna win and cover by a mile.
Is Kyler playing?
Yes, Kyler and DeAndre Hopkins are playing.
All right. Fuck. it's totally
just to give you a moment to think about this, I'm gonna take a comment. Apparently, Cordell Patterson is listed as the Falcons' third string safety.
Yeah, it's great. Another great move by Ryan Pace.
Yeah, let Cordell Patterson go. That man, that's another example of if you're an athlete, an NFL team will find a way to use you as long as they recognize your talent.
Exactly.
And Cordell Patterson is one of the most explosive players in the NFL. So, I mean, if he's an emergency safety, basically, yeah, I'll run him as emergency safety. I'll take him.
He said he wants a pick too. Did you see his quote?
No, I didn't. That's probably why he's listed as third string safety.
Not even kidding. His quote said, I think it was a few days ago. His quote, he was like saying he wants one pick this year.
There you go. Let's make it happen. I like it. Arizona wins and covers.
Don't do it. Don't do it to me. Arizona wins. Arizona fucking wins by 2 touchdowns.
Whoa. Write that down, Richie. Okay.
I really wanted to say Bears cover,
Next.
but it's not going to happen.
Tampa Bay wins and covers.
Yeah. Tampa Bay wins and covers.
And hit the over. Indianapolis wins and covers. That's easy.
10? Is they really giving him 10?
Yeah, because it's
dude. Okay, so have you looked at Wentz's stats, by the way?
He's actually doing pretty good.
Dude, he's doing fucking amazing.
Yeah, he had better stats than Tom Brady last week.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Here we go. Anyway, all right. Colts win, Colts cover.
I wasn't mad about that because Lenny Fournette carried my fantasy team.
Same, dude. He went off for me. It was great.
Yeah, he went crazy. It was great. Anyway, next up. Oh, this is a sad, strange little game
right here. Let's go.
This is a sad, strange little game. Philadelphia wins, and the Jets cover.
Yeah, let's go.
Yes. Jets cover. Let's go, baby.
Jets.
Zach Wilson's only going to throw 2 picks.
Two picks. That's good. That's good.
Next.
Oh, good shit.
Oh, this is a good game. Since he's at home,
I like this a lot.
So it's basically a pick 'em.
This will be a fun game.
Chargers winning cover.
I'm gonna go against that. I'm going to say Bengals win. Bengals cover. Bengals win. Bengals cover. This is. I don't give a shit about this. Fucking.
Don't bet on this game. That's my advice.
Right. I'm gonna bet the. I'll bet the under.
That's a really low under too. Oh my gosh, and I'd still take it.
I'm gonna bet the under. That's all.
Bet the under.
That's all.
Yep.
I'm saying.
This is a good game.
Washington actually needs this game.
Yeah, they do.
Washington. I'm gonna go Washington wins.
I still have to go Vegas wins and covers.
Fuck you, Raiders fans.
There you go. Baltimore wins and covers easily. This is not a contest.
No, not at all. And Roethlisberger, you need to retire, dude.
It's sad.
It is.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So Jalen Ramsey against his former team. I'm actually gonna have an article about that tomorrow. So check that out.
I'm gonna have an article about it tomorrow too.
Yeah. Okay, Bruce. But yeah, Rams winning cover. Easy.
Relax, Richie. Relax. You have nothing better to do right now. Rams win. Rams.
Yeah, you're fine. San Francisco, that line should be much bigger towards San Francisco.
So how effed up is this though? We are watching the decline of the Legion of Boom right now. Legion of Boom.
I know, it's really sad.
You have
decline. It's not. It doesn't exist anymore.
It's a crash now, right?
It doesn't exist.
I think he means Richie. He means the whole team. He means the culture, the organization.
Everything's gone.
Okay,
Russell Wilson gone.
He's not specifically talking about Bam Cam.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Yeah, calm down, buddy.
Right. All right.
I'm hungry.
No, this line should be
cheesecake.
Okay, you're fine. This line should be much bigger towards San Francisco. I would give them a -7, and I'll still give them winning cover.
Fair enough. So I was gonna talk about the irony in this game that USC just got their newest head coach, and
very excited about that, by the way.
Agree. And I was hoping he would go to the Bears, but go figure. Yeah, you know. And now you have Pete Carroll on his last legs. Yeah, because I mean he's one of the oldest, if not the oldest coach in the NFL.
73 years old.
So yeah, man. And Russell Wilson, that finger isn't looking too good anymore. So I'm gonna say 49ers win, 49ers cover. Hey Richie, I know you liked it. Don't shake your head no. Next one.
Next. Denver versus Kansas City. Kansas
right.
City obliterates them because Drew Lock is probably going to be playing.
So if you remember, I said that again. I think maybe last week or 2 weeks ago, I said the Chiefs' offense is going to come around, and they absolutely decimated.
Yeah, you did.
That Raiders defense. Chiefs win. Chiefs cover. Chiefs go off. Mahomes is back. Kermit the Frog is getting after it. Let's go.
And bet the over because the Chiefs defense still sucks.
Truth.
Still trash.
This is going to be an awesome game.
This won't be a good game. You want to know why? Because New England wins and covers easily.
See, I think the Bills are up to the challenge. I think the Bills win and Bills cover.
I have no faith in the Bills right now.
All right, so how about this? So this is all right. So Richie, you can clip this. All right, so this is our I don't know, DoorDash or Uber Eats or what's the other Grubhub bet. Okay, so I'm gonna say Buffalo wins, Buffalo covers. You say New England wins, New England covers. It's the same thing basically with this. So
Yes.
whoever wins this has to buy the person food. Nothing like crazy,
Deal.
obviously. Deal?
Yeah.
Deal. Richie, you want in on this?
No, it just gets messy. And Andy says he doesn't want to bet on this one. I don't blame him. It'll be a fun game. I like this.
It's gonna
This
be a
is
fun
Sunday
game,
Night
though.
Football, right?
Monday Night Football, I think. This is a Monday night game, isn't it? Yeah, Monday night. December
Okay,
6th.
sweet. Well, that'll actually be a good Monday night game for once.
For real. I can't wait. I'm actually really
Yeah.
looking forward to that one.
I like that. All right, so those are all of our picks. We've got a
Did we
bet
actually,
between me and Bruce.
We did work.
First of all, I would like to congratulate Bruce and I on actually somewhat having our thoughts together tonight. We transitioned
Fairly
back
well.
and forth well. Richie brings oddity as always, so I love you,
I
Richie.
didn't piss you off at all tonight, I don't think.
No, you did not. That's impressive. That's
You know
hard to
what?
do in a full hour.
But you know what though? There was actually like a seemingly same thought process going on the whole time.
Yeah,
So
we are in sync. We are one with the Third Down Thursdays. I don't know what that means, but I have senioritis, so I'm just doing everything I can.
Don't run it. Don't run it yet.
about
Or don't run it yet, Richie. Don't run it yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hey,
Bruce,
so
good show.
Hey, you too, dude. Last thoughts.
Last thoughts. I got nothing. Packers are the best team in football. That's my last thought.
Packers are the best team in football. Fair enough. I'm not going to argue that point right now.
9-3 without 3 All-Pros.
Isn't that scary? Like, I'm not even arguing that. So it's like
Yeah.
the dude, the NFC is going to be fucking ridiculous this year. At the end of the year, it's going to be the playoffs are going to be fun.
The top of the AFC is very good. The bottom is absolute. Like the wild card teams are awful. The top is very good. The AFC is deeper. The NFC is more top heavy.
So as it sounds, I actually hope the Bears make the playoffs so that way they can get fucking obliterated in the first round of the playoffs.
You know how fun it would be for the Packers to obliterate them in the first round of the playoffs?
You know how much I would love it? I would love it. Please do it because
But they won't because the Packers will have the 1 seed and they'll be on the bye.
Hopefully, well, right, but it would make the Bears have to win the next seed because they would have to pay the worst of the remaining.
Correct.
So
correct. Yeah, but it would be fun.
Anyway,
yeah. All right. Thank you everybody for watching.
A little early. Hey, MJ.
Yes.
I don't know. Have a good day.